Ha ha ha!
Evening all. Oh, David, it's not that bad. Just because you didn't actually think about what you'd like to talk about on this and I did.
Yeah,
it's your own fault.
What's happened in...
Well, we've been here, 7 weeks? It's been... 8?
Yeah.
8 weeks. No,
That'll
7
do.
weeks. Who knows?
Me...
There's been weeks since we left Australia. And it's been...
On the 29th.
The 29th of January we departed, so...
It's like, happy birthday, Dad. Bye.
Yeah, we planned that day really... Well, I picked the day, and then David said to me later after we booked tickets going, oh, that's Dad's birthday. Good. So, sorry, Colin. We flitted around with the idea of trying to do something to keep us entertained. We were going to do a blog or for Gunther. Have you taken any other photos of Gunther?
I haven't been anywhere.
Oh, good point. You need to go out and take photos of Gunther. And
We need to go
Right,
to Wales.
we're going to Wales. The weather's been appalling. Well, not appalling. It's been good, but not good for travelling.
Eh?
Yeah, we'll get there. But yes, so sort of flitted about with the idea of doing something to report back. I've been doing emails, and David's been doing art.
Yeah. Snapchats.
Snapchats.
Art.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody sees those.
Why is the Spotlight article on The Guardian about haddock? Doesn't matter.
Haddock.
Haddock, as in the fish. Fish and chips.
Great.
Anyway, yeah, so we decided to do a little bit of a podcast sort of thing, and I've been thinking about what I'd like to talk about and take... It's not going to be particularly interesting because it'll be about things that I like, which is brass banding in the
boring.
news. I am a bloody boring person, so apologies for that. Well, the first thing that sort of cropped up that I liked the idea of talking about was this week has just been so dumb in the UK. I've had a little bit of a rant about it to David already. George Osborne. It's a name that not a lot of people will know in Australia. Is the former Chancellor of the Exchequer here. So he was running the finance ministry and deciding what to do with the many, many not amount of pounds that the country has, because apparently everybody's got a deficit at the moment. But he left the job after David Cameron lost the referendum, and now Britain's trying to leave the EU. But it's interesting. He picked up a couple of jobs this week, as well as being an MP on £75,000 a year. He's now also the editor of a newspaper in London, which is going to take up 4 mornings a week. He does one day of work a year for a US company called BlackRock and earns £650,000 for 1 day's work, mind you. Nobody's really quite sure what he does.
Just 1 day a year?
Just 1 day a year, and he earns
Oh, that was a joke. I meant a week. What?
No. 1 day he works in a year, and he earns £650,000 for it. So he's already up to just with his he's now a backbencher in the Parliament. And then he also did 15 speaking engagements last year and collected £120,000 for those. So, in total, without even doing the journalism job, being the editor of the London Evening Standard, he's, £845,000 a year before being an editor as well. And which sort of got me thinking, it's just like, how many other MPs have had second jobs? And that I know of, there's not many, particularly in Australia, that don't really do it. Apart from the infamous Jeff Shaw, in the Victorian Parliament, using public funds to allegedly shovel his business stuff around in his state government Ford territory. Good job, Git. But yeah, it's just been really quite odd. So at least there's not, at least Australia's not the only country in the world that suffers from gittish politicians. But this is also coming from a man who has just recently left government, and he's going to be reporting on the government. So this should be fun. But then on the other side of the planet, WA had an election, which was really quite entertaining to watch. 11 hours behind to a certain extent. All the votes were being counted as I was asleep, which was annoying. Yes, I jiggle my knee, shut up. But for those who don't know, as of this afternoon, about 87% of the vote had been counted. And the ALP's total was 42.2% of the vote, plus of 9.1. And the Liberals, glorious, glorious Libs, on 31.2% primary vote, dropping 15.9%, which is extraordinary, despite the fact that they were in government. The Greens and the Nationals, very low changes, 8.9% for the Greens, which is plus of 0.5%, and the Nationals losing only 0.7%, despite the fact that their leader, Brendan Giles, or Grills, or whatever his name is, Brendan Grills, was booted from the Parliament because of...
He grills a chicken every day, let me tell you that.
Yeah, well, he wanted to grill the miners. He wanted to put a mining tax in.
He takes those birds and he throws them in the mines and they come out with charcoal chicken. There you go. That's how he does it. Opens up a shop in... Where are we? WA?
WA.
Perth. Goes to
Perth. What about Kalgoorlie?
There's no other places in WA. There's Perth and desert.
Is Bunbury in... I think it's Bunbury. Where's Bunbury?
Chris is from Perth, isn't he? Not Perth. South Australia. He's from South Australia.
No.
What?
I don't think... No, I
Chris
actually...
from South Australia?
I can't remember whether he was born in... I think he was born in WA and they came across. Chris, tell us.
Now.
You know who you are.
Tell us now.
Yeah, Bunbury. Because it's apparently a shithole. That's the only reason I know it exists. Because
Lovely.
I know somebody who came from there and they hated it.
Oh, great.
It's known for bottlenose dolphins.
Cool. That's... I mean... Do they live there? In the town?
Well, they probably got more
or
money.
They just around?
They probably got more money than the actual locals, but that's okay.
Dolphins are smart.
Yeah, smarter than the voting public of Queensland, at least. Anyway.
They voted for stupid people.
Yeah, the wonders of one nation.
Oh no!
Yay.
Classic fun-loving of the racism right there.
It's even worse than UKIP. Even worse than UKIP. You know that you can stay in Bunbury in a 3-star hotel for £84 a night.
It's only 19 hours flight from here.
Yeah,
Great.
19 hours and 5 minutes from £1,193 a seat. That's a lot.
No, I'm okay.
Yeah. When you put that into dollars, that's not friendly at all, is it?
Yeah.
Not friendly at all. Well, I've had my little politics rant.
Great.
Did you notice anything interesting in the news, or Rocket League, or the wonders of...
The news. Yep, I read that...
Well, you read blog posts, surely.
From who?
I don't know. You listen to those two rambling Americans on YouTube talking about processing and random strings of letters like, the LKM power of this piece of RAM is just extraordinary.
It's mostly about how the US government and many other governments don't understand technology, and then also lawsuits where the judges have no idea how technology works. So whoever has the best case, they just go, national security is at risk. Great, we'll just install a backdoor and encryption. No.
See, and I can completely understand where your issue comes from, and I can also completely understand where the judges are coming from and the courts themselves, because I have no idea what any of that means. They're all words that I don't understand. I know that I need higher numbers to do many things with computers, and that's really about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I buy Apple products for the simple reason if I don't have to fiddle with them to make them work, they do the thing. But then the whole human rights thing comes up. It's like, oh, well, crap.
Yeah, they make good stuff, but, it's a terrible company. So...
Well, so's Samsung. They sent out phones that go bang.
Well, that's not a good product. That's just a bad product. And a terrible company. So they kind of ruined that one.
Yeah, and that they have... Oh my god, advertisements over here. Need to talk about advertisements in this country. So,
there's a product called VIPoo. And it's a spray. It's a little spray bottle. Pop it in your purse or your man bag, whatever. Back pocket. It's all there. When you go to the lavatory, of course. Go to the restroom, the bathroom.
the loo.
That'll do.
Rhyming.
You...
Sorry, go on.
Before you... Oh, what did they say? Punish the porcelain?
Well, before you... There, the ad states from this blonde woman... Oh, look it up on YouTube. In a pink dress, she's like... trying to sort of satirize these people that go on the red carpet. She goes, before you go to punish the porcelain, she liberally sprays the toilet.
Forms a protective
layer.
to trap the
pungent... Is it a aroma? No, it's not aroma.
I don't know.
The pungent pong.
Or something. And then devil's
donuts.
Yes.
No, they're donuts on the screen. They're not poo shaped. They're donuts on the screen.
Why are they donuts?
But it's to trap...
chocolate donuts. That's what I shit.
It's to trap the pungent pong of the devil's dumplings.
That's it.
And it's just weird. And we both initially thought that it was some sort of satire thing, but nope, this is a product you can buy, and this is how they advertise it.
And then the director walks in after her and just has a nice smell, wafts the odours into his nose, as you do when you enter a bathroom.
Yeah.
Just like, yes, shit.
It just...
This one smells like lemons.
And that just sets the tone for advertising in this country. It is extraordinarily sort of... It's almost satirical. And it's kind of brutally honest that it's just funny. I would never buy any of the products, usually, that they're advertising.
Scrappers! If it wasn't for Teddy, I'd either be dead now, or be alive in prison.
There's a TV station called Dave, which is run by...
Hi, how's it going?
Dave, yes.
No, anyone called Dave is terrible. David is the only acceptable pronunciation of that.
But the TV station Dave, which is, to a certain extent, just the rerun station for QI and Top Gear.
Yeah.
Has these ads and weird shows. There's one about used car salesmen pitting themselves against the other used car lot down the street, or
who can earn the most money. I don't know.
And then the wonders of scrappers, which it's about a guy who owns a scrapyard and his employees and what they get up to make money.
We put metal in one end, and then cash comes out the other.
It's just very, very odd. Very, very odd.
I filled up a bin with alloy wheels today.
And they threw a tyre and they...
That's good.
Reversed a Honda HRV into a tower of cars and...
Get about £1,000.
Yeah, it's exactly what I want from my television viewing. But then there is the wonder of ITV3, which just has murder mystery reruns all the time, and it's fantastic. I'm loving it. Yay, Midsummer Murders and Lewis and Touch
Various
of Frost
other...
and...
Shit.
Yeah, yeah. David doesn't watch it.
Well, I don't mind Midsummer Murders. The other stuff is just soapy, too soapy.
That's because Lewis is set in Oxford, so it's always going to be a little bit more sort of weird because you have to take into account real places and somewhat real people, I suppose. Midsummer's an invented county, so which is great.
We're in the Merseyside.
Yes, Merseyside. Probably talk about the place that we're actually living in. That's a bit different.
We live in Liverpool, because...
And we technically live in Wavertree, which is a suburb.
Great. Of Liverpool.
Yes. It's about a 10-minute bus ride from the city centre, which is...
Costs you £1 million
Yeah.
to take the bus.
It is rather expensive, and it doesn't... Well, you can cap it out for the day, but that's £4, and it's £4.30, which was... It's very expensive. So it's just easier to walk. It's only 45 minutes into the city. It's 47 minutes if you want a decent coffee.
You know the exact timing of how long it takes to get a decent coffee. 47 minutes, I'll grab your coffee and then we'll be back in 2 hours. Goodbye.
It takes me 34 minutes to get to the decent coffee that's near the Liverpool Cathedral, which annoyingly wasn't open this morning because they were opening late. It takes 45 minutes to get to the bookstore, and it takes 47 minutes to get to the other decent coffee place, which is a little bit further out. And that's how I structure my day. I go and look at books, and I have a coffee, and I apply for more jobs, or do some writing, or then I come home.
I never leave the house ever.
Unless it's to go to the supermarket.
Or into town, for some reason. Unless we need chicken.
We go out to the pub every now and then. The pubs are really... Alcohol's cheap.
And tastes good.
It's so much nicer here than what it is back home. It is extraordinary.
It's ruined Australian alcohol for me.
Well, not
in the best possible way.
And not that Australian alcohol is that great anyway.
It's not.
No. Particularly the beer. The beer is crap.
Don't even like beer.
But
that's fine.
Cider, which is what we mainly drink, just... It's so warming and just lovely.
Delicious.
And there's so many more options as well.
My mother warned me that the cider here was really alcoholic, but that's not the case. It's just really good, so you just drink a lot of it.
Yeah. It's very easy to down.
Too easy.
Yeah. And 2 pints at the pub that's near us cost £5.70, which is about $10. Which is insane, because you'd be struggling to pay $10 for just 1 pint back home in some places. So
like $8 for a schooner.
And a schooner, well, you get a schooner if you're in South Australia and ask for a pint, because the South Australians don't know what a pint is, apparently. Silly plebs. But yeah, that's one thing. I saw a jazz band at a pub called The Grapes, which were really good.
Yep.
And they're there every Sunday night, and the pub was packed on a Sunday. The pubs are always packed. Well, there's always people in them. It's very strange.
But the big one. The big pub has lots of seats, and it's nice. And there's tall ceilings and drinks.
And there's people there that we don't talk to because...
Well, the two last times Jared's tried to talk to people, they've turned out to be one group was Spanish, the other group were Mexican, so almost the same, similar language.
They had no idea what I was saying, mind you.
So you quickly apologise and then get the hell out of there.
Yeah, we run away.
Oh no,
was very much the case. Now, the first lot were from Mexico, the second lot was Spanish.
Yes.
Is that the order that you put it in?
No.
Good.
But I was going back in time.
Okay, right. So, that's always fun.
And tea.
Yeah. Oh, my God. A tea salesman came to the door.
The most quintessentially British thing happened to us.
This gentleman came along about a fortnight ago, and with the first couple of weeks that we were here, every knock on the door was either a parcel for the other two people that live here, or somebody who was wanting to know about the tenancy of the place. There was another one. And some people came wandering in and out and checked smoke alarms and things. It was all very strange. But then I opened the door to this guy dressed in a black coat. I'm thinking, oh no, it's one of these charity people. And then he went on this big spiel about this company called Ringtons, which sell tea. And he said, there's no obligation. We can drop around on Thursday, and it's £3.44 or something for 100 tea bags of this fresh tea, and you get a packet of biscuits with it. And I'd already
That's
bought...
where the biscuits came from.
That's where the biscuits came from. And admittedly, these... I was already onto the second packet of tea bags, because I'd gone through the first with a little bit of David's help.
Hi.
But I got this tea, and it's really, really nice.
It's good.
It is lovely. The biscuits were also really... They're now hooked on caramel wafer biscuits, because they're a thing.
Yay.
But yeah, the guy came and they were nice.
Tea.
They kept asking about my accent because I spoke to them. But yeah, we had a door-to-door
Where are you
sales.
from? Tell me. Hello.
Yeah, you haven't experienced that much because you haven't been outside. But it feels like everywhere I go,
outside, just don't talk to people.
cashiers give you odd looks when you say to them.
Hi, I'd like a thing, and what?
And their eyes sort of go up and they're like, oh,
Where are you?
where are you
What?
from? This is not what I'm used to.
No. No, not from anywhere.
But it's so very British. It's weird. We live in a terraced house. We got a door knock from a guy selling tea. Yeah, it's like living in one of those weird drama series where there's no drama, apart from a slightly ridiculous housemate who hasn't been here, and it's been very nice. Don't know where he went.
4 days?
I think
3 days.
No.
It's Sunday. Look at that. Anyway, 3 or 4 days. It's been gone.
I think it's been longer than that, to be honest. I think it's probably nudging 5 now. I think this is the 5th day.
It's nice. It's gonna be shit when he gets back though.
Yeah.
Constant. He's like, multiple times a week there are arguments with his girlfriend, and they're just so about the most trivial shit, or about really bizarre shit. Like they had an argument. They had a near domestic over a bottle of lemonade.
That was in the first 2 weeks of us being here.
This is like an introduction to the hell which we brought ourselves into. Not really hell, just more of a hell upstairs and locked in a room. But you can still hear it, so it's annoying. But he had bought a bottle of lemonade in the fridge and had drunk some of it. And she came down, saw that it was open, and then was just like, Why didn't you tell me that you opened the lemonade?
Well, it wasn't. No. It wasn't in the fridge, and this was more the precursor to it. Is the fact that he opened it and left it out of the fridge.
Oh no!
But then didn't tell her that he'd opened it anyway, and because it wasn't in the fridge, exacerbated it further because it was warm and flat.
You knew that I wanted lemonade. I've been craving lemonade. Great.
They stomp around in the house at 3 a.m. when they're here.
Who has a shower at 4 a.m. and came down to go to the toilet and someone was in the shower?
What? We don't even know what this girl's name is.
I think it's either Tash or Ash. Something like that.
Judging by the way they stomp around, they may as well just called her Smash from birth and gone with that.
Oh, shit!
But, they exist, annoyingly. Gabriel's had a couple of conversations with us. Not many.
Yeah.
And which have been sounding very forced on his behalf. I've tried.
I haven't, because I don't care. I mean, he's kind of like me in the fact that he's sort of happy to have a conversation, but never initiate one.
Yeah.
Unless you have a specific reason to, like, shit fell over in the shower and now there's soap everywhere or something. Yep.
Or turn the bathroom floor into an actual bath.
Yeah, that's why it's called a bathroom. You fill it with water,
and you bathe.
And you just flop around on the ground like a fish until you're covered in, hair.
So why is it called a kitchen if one leaves dirty pots and pans out for weeks on end?
No comment.
So there's a bit of an introduction, but it is a share house, and that's the wonders of what one buys into, but we seem to have commandeered the lounge room, so that's comfortable.
I live in a chair that's right there. Yeah,
That's why I go outside. I go on lots of walks.
I do the occasional stretch. I might touch the ground every now and then.
When you've dropped something.
No. No. In the mornings. Yeah.
Oh, and I have band. I'm back at a brass band, which is of no surprise to anybody who would know me. It took. What time did we get off the bus when we got here? It must have been 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, around then. We got here. Yeah.
We left London at 7 o'clock in the morning. So
Oh boy.
we had to be at Victoria Coach Station before then.
Catch that taxi.
Yeah, to then get on the bus, get to Liverpool at 1 p.m. We had to find where the guy was to get the keys, and then he gave David the wrong set of keys.
I'm pretty sure someone got left halfway between London and Liverpool because they said they were missing one and they were waiting, and I don't think anyone came, and they waited for 5 minutes, which is the time, and then they just left. I'm pretty sure they left someone at that random service station.
I didn't know that.
On the highway.
I didn't realise. We stopped just
80.5% confident.
I think we stopped just near. I think we stopped just after Birmingham, on the motorway. But it's not like it was a long journey or anything. But there was I heard
6
people.
hours.
But I heard people sort of complaining, going, "Oh, it's such a long journey," and it's like, "Yep,
Well, pay up £130 and catch a train. For
Yeah,
2
exactly,
hours.
yeah.
There you go.
Come to Australia. It's hard to get anywhere."
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we got off at. I got off the bus and got our keys. Well, I got my keys. David got, as I said, the wrong keys. I had to go and cut mine to give them back to him, and then unpacked, went and bought some sheets and a little bit of food, and then I went to band. I went to band that night, and
Right.
I went for 3 weeks to listen because they were going to the competition. So it's a little bit different here in the sense that because there are so many bands, they have regional championships, and then if you place within your grade, either in the top 2 or the top 3, you get to go to the nationals, which for 4th division to 1st division, which is the equivalent of D to A grade, is in Cheltenham, and then the Open Championships are in the Royal Albert Hall in London. And Formby, which is my band, came 3rd in 3rd division, so we're going to Cheltenham in September. And I didn't even play, and I'm kind of
I'll take that back. Damn, I did so many. No.
backwards clapping, but
Doesn't make a lot of noise.
I'm now on solo horn and have something to live up to because they seem to think I have ability. So
Inverted clap. Did you hear that? No? Okay.
comment below if you heard it.
God, great. Yeah.
But yes, so that's been what's
He's
happened.
joined the band, super comfortable. I'm super comfortable because I have a nice chair and I've purchased various lemon-based products such as lemon curd and lemon something or other ice cream. It is very delicious. Lemons. I also drew a lemon with my new drawing tablet. And Into Us Art Small in blue. Try it today.
He's getting quite good. He's drawing me an owl.
It's hard. Owls are hard.
You didn't have to say yes. As with everything that
I was actually thinking of drawing an owl. Or various owls.
As with a lot of things that I've said to David of late, that they've sort of been a bit of a joke and he does them, so
Yeah.
that's why he's here.
Yeah.
You poor sod.
Yeah. Why am I here? Oh, well, that's the end, I guess.
I'll try not to talk about politics.
You already
Again?
did. It's fine.
Yeah, but it should just put a disclaimer now. It's probably about 6 minutes worth of politics. So if you're not going to hear this until the end, but you could have skipped ahead 6 minutes and you would have not had to listen to me rant about George Osborne.
And occasionally I joined in with a bit of a giggle.
Yeah, and the WA election, you could have avoided that, but you didn't because I said that at the end. So sorry, not sorry, I think is the term. This doesn't have a name either. It will eventually, maybe. How often should we do this?
Okay, bye!